Hello, I'm going to talk to you about coming from true authenticity as a means to up your manifestation skills. Um, I know that a lot of people who watch my videos are into things like law of attraction, manifestation, conscious evolution, all that kind of stuff. So it's really important to realize that not coming from a place of true authenticity puts real kinks in your manifestation process. And what they end up looking like is like you'll manifest something you wanted and then it'll turn bad, or you'll manifest something you wanted and everything will be right except for these couple things which are very wrong and you just didn't think about them. And so some people might say, oh well, you need to get super 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 specific with what you're trying to manifest, but I don't think that's actually true. I think what the truth is that you have to clear out all your gunk. So if you have any negative self-flogging kind of beliefs, they won't pop in these places that you weren't sure, that you didn't pin down, and that you can really trust the universe to give you back something amazing and not have to go at every single detail and really get really into it. You can just say what you like and then trust that all of the other details that you didn't already name will be better than you could imagine, which is also always a good thing to put on the end of your manifestations. First of all, this or better, because there might be something that's trying to come to you that's better than you could imagine at the time, or you might not know certain facts that you would want to know if you did to manifest this thing. And the second one is make it better than I could imagine. Give it details that I haven't imagined that I would want yet, or that I haven't been exposed to yet, and kind of give the universe that free reign. But the thing is, when you get to the place where you start doing your manifestation, so if you are a list writer, or if you're a meditator, or someone who does like actions, today was a full moon, so all of you ritual people, you probably had a ball with that. I'm kind of a conglomeration of all of them. It kind of depends on what I feel like doing. Anyway, what you have to do in order to make it clean, and this is something that I think a lot of people don't really think about, is come to a place of true, 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 absolute authenticity. You have to go underneath the fear, and you have to go underneath the doubt, and especially underneath the ego. Because if you're wanting to attract something that will fluff your ego, or that will make you feel more powerful over other people, or that will make you feel better than other people, or, and this is one that is much more common for light workers, one that you think will earn you the respect or love that you're desiring. So if you want to manifest financial abundance so you can feel self-esteem for yourself, that's one. If you want to manifest love in your life so you can feel loved, that's another. What you're actually trying to do, and I know how this sounds, because a lot of you guys are going to be like, what? No, I don't do that. And it's not the way that some do, but it is actually the same thing. What you're trying to do is bring about something to kind of vampire off of. Because if you have a lover who then gives you love, you're like, yay, well now I'm loved. But that person is no more set up to give you love than you are. In fact, it's less, because if you're needing that to come in from an external source, then you're telling the universe that you don't believe that everything is within you. So then the universe goes, okay, well, let's block it out then. If you don't want it to come from within you, then it won't. So whenever you sit down to manifest something, or whenever you identify something that you would like to have or experience, and it's not that there's anything wrong with attracting love or financial abundance at all. It's just that you can't do it from a place of lack, because if you do, it'll come through twisted, and it'll come through not quite healthy and whole, like a baby that's been malnourished in the womb. That's exactly what it is, because all of your energy lines aren't flowing in a healthy way. Some of them are twisted or cut off, so it doesn't come in balanced. So the first thing to do is get to a really quiet place. And even those of you who aren't meditators and don't like to clear out your mind, if you're still trying to manifest something, you've probably heard of the 0 point field, which is the true place of creation and the void, kind of. And it's a lot more helpful if you go there first, so that then you can bring something forth in complete novelty, rather than from the place where you're currently thinking, and then it carries all that baggage of any thoughts you might have had just before this one. So even if you but think of something that you really want to experience, say you're watching a movie and someone in the movie has this amazing experience, and you're like, hey, I would like to do that. Then the first thing you do is get very, very quiet. And you can even, like, say, hey, I gotta run to the bathroom, and go in there and shut the door and do this quietly in 30 seconds or so. You get to the really, really, really quiet place and silent place and kind of allow yourselves to fall back into the arms of the universal consciousness. And then once you're there, you get really, really, really authentic within yourself, because a lot of times, especially for you light workers, you want to always have the positive emotion, which we've already talked about, and it actually is cutting yourself out of true experience and ascension. So you get to your really, really authentic place. But it's also true that your really, really authentic place is not happy and bubbly and lovely, because that's one emotional state. And it's also not depressed, sad, scared, or, in any way fearful, which fear can manifest in a bunch of different ways. Anger, doubt, da da da. What your truest authentic self is very still and very serene and very confident and more in a state of wonder than we usually are, because your true self is experiencing all this stuff, and every moment is absolutely new. So if you can go down to that place, so underneath the fear, not behind it or squishing it out of the way, but just going down and saying, well, yes, first I have the happy, because most people paint things over happy or exhilarated or excited or bubbly or something, and then I have the fear or the doubt or the sadness, and then underneath all of that, and so a lot of times you have to go a couple layers deeper too, but I have my true self. And you can just think about it like sinking your point of awareness down like into a spot kind of between your heart and your solar plexus, which is kind of where that lies, that true authentic place, because then your power comes from your solar plexus, and then your love and creative manifestations come from your heart, even though your actual creation chakra is your second chakra. They're much healthier if you bring them up and channel them through your heart as well. Anyway, so then you go to those places and way, way, way authentic. And then you think about exactly what you want, and you picture it very strongly, and you fill it with love, and you fill it with energy, and then you tie a nice little bow on it and let it go and send it out. And don't think about it as much as you possibly can. But if you find yourself doubting that it'll happen, it's probably good to do that again. Because the second you doubt something, when you notice something with appreciation or feel love towards something or a true clean feeling, what you do is you kind of like link with that experience or object and start pulling it in. It's just the way that energy works. And the second you feel doubt, fear, anger, questioning in a negative way about this thing, you cut your line to it, and it just floats right back away like a hot air balloon. And so if you say, okay, I'm going to manifest an amazing parking space, I'm going to a spot where I know it's really hard to find parking, so I'm going to manifest this awesome parking spot, and then you get into the parking lot and you start going, oh, well, I don't know, maybe I won't. Then you have to try it again. You have to say, no, 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 no. Yes, I will. Universe, bring it. Okay? And it's also helpful if you give yourself a little hand gesture or physical something that lets you kind of access that piece of yourself. I've learned to do a couple things, and a lot of them just arose organically, and of course none of them I do where anyone can see me, but just these very subtle little things that kind of sets your mind, your intention, and you figure out what it is and you say, okay, go. And a lot of times, 9 times out of 10 it works. And when you're not really attached to it, the Buddhist non-attachment thing, when you say, yes, I want this, and also know that it's not like, oh my gosh, if I don't get this, I'm gonna freak out, then it actually works a lot better, because that, oh my gosh, I need it, I have to have it, oh no, I really want to manifest this thing, and I really have this strong, strong, strong desire, and I'm gonna be really sad if I don't get it. That, again, is tying up all these knots in the energy of it, so it's going to actually come in a way that's not really that great. So if you can keep yourself as authentic as possible, then that's really great. And also, you'll find that the more authentic you get, your desires will start shifting, because a lot of the things that we want are what we've been taught to want, or what we see other people enjoying, so therefore we think that it must make us happy. And so no, that is not necessarily true at all. But in any event, do your best. That's all you can ever do, and expect to move forward on a path. It's not likely that you'll ever get there and arrive, because once you do arrive to a place you've been trying to create, then guess what? The path gets longer, and you're like, oh, that thing looks fun. Let me see if I can figure that out. Or, hey, that's something I've always struggled with that I wasn't even thinking about when I manifested this thing that I now have or experience, and it's awesome. Now I've got like a new level in front of me. So we just kind of keep doing this video game thing from stage to stage to stage. Anyway, that's all I have for you today. I'm still working on the course, the intuitive development course, and as soon as I get it all together, I've got like the first week down, and it's going to be really good. I'm very excited. I think that everyone who takes it, you're going to find your intuition spike if you do everything in the course. That's the thing about home-based learning, though, is that you can really slack off and then not get a lot from it. So I'll just say right now, those of you who are thinking about taking it, get ready, because it's going to be really good. It won't be flowers and sunshine easy. There's going to be some work involved, but it'll definitely be worth it. And then, let's see, today's Tuesday, tomorrow's Wednesday, and then Thursday I'm going to New Orleans for a long weekend with the women in my family always go to the Essence Music Festival, so I'll be there, and hopefully I'll record some cool videos with the crazy energy in New Orleans, because that place is nuts. The energy there is so incredibly unique, can't even believe it. So that, and then next week I'll be back in Los Angeles for like a day, and then that weekend I'm going to a seminar up in Seattle. So it's about to be a really busy, crazy couple weeks. So if anyone wants to book any readings with me, then it might be kind of dicey to get me in the next 2 weeks or so. But I mean, we could still schedule it in. It's just that the schedule's going to be a little bit tighter. And I'll put the link down below to my website where you can see readings and how they work and what they're like and all that kind of business. So, have a great day. Go in peace. This is my second video for today, so I'm back on it. This is great. I love recording a lot because I've got this crazy backlog that really needs to come through, but I just haven't been able to find time to record fast enough, so I'm working on it. Anyway, just remember to be yourself and try, and this is a whole video in itself, so I won't go into it, but try to be very aware of where your energy is flowing at all times, and not only in the astral or etheric level, but also in the physical level of your body, of your breath. The more you can align yourself with the sacred mindfulness way of being that, say, the saints all did, and all of our holy people, you know, they were very aware of every move they made, then you align yourself with divine will, and that makes it much easier to manifest first, because you're coming from a place of true authenticity, but also it makes life a lot more beautiful, and synchronicity goes crazy because you're in the flow. So think about that one, especially as you manifest on this full moon day. You have got another day and a half or so that you can still access the energy, so take advantage. Why not? I will see you soon.